Hey guys, my name is Nathan and welcome back to I Get Annoyed a Lot. Today I'm going to be doing a Pet Peeves Part 3 because why not? I was watching a video about other people's pet peeves and I actually related with them a lot, so I'll actually link that video down below. But yeah, I can get annoyed a lot. Sometimes I think that I don't like to, but it turns out I might soon become a male Karen. So the first pet peeve I'm going to talk about is when people will complain about something, but they won't actually do anything about it. It's kind of like how, I know that some people will like protest about something, and that's great, taking action. But then there's that period of time where it's just like all protests and then no actions. It feels like no one's actually doing anything about the problem. And this will also happen with like smaller issues, like if a friend has too much homework and they'll keep talking about it, but they won't actually spend the time to do it. I feel like it's just a big time waster to be complaining about something, but then you won't actually take action to fix that problem. Next up, I have bragging about sleep. Like when you're bad at sleeping, I just hate it when people are like, oh yeah, lucky for you, I have so little energy, I have to drink like 5 cups of coffee. And I'm like, you're like 12, you shouldn't be drinking 5 cups of coffee. Especially at our age, we shouldn't be drinking coffee. I'll just do decaf. And also, if you're not getting enough sleep, try and fix that. It's really not good for your body or how you like actually function during the day. And also, you don't want to be driving on the road, but then because you slept only 3 hours, you fall asleep at the wheel and get in an accident. Sleeping bad really isn't something to brag about. No one wants, like, you always brag about something that you have and others want. That's not bragging because no one wants to have only slept 2 hours. We just want to sleep like at a minimum 7 hours. Next up is when someone leaves you on red. So I get it, like sometimes you have a long day and if someone texts you, you don't really want to respond, but just letting them see that you saw the text, but then making them wait for a response, that isn't acceptable at all. That's actually why I turned off red receipts, because like, I don't want people to think that I'm like just being rude or like ghosting them, because I'm really not. I just need sometimes a few minutes to just think about my answer. But like if someone just got on their phone and then saw the text and then they would just leave it on red, I feel like that is just kind of not that great, because sometimes I'll text someone like, hey, can I borrow this thing that you have? And then I see that's left on red, then they didn't answer it. Like if you saw the text, why aren't you answering? Like on iPhones, it'll say that they read it at like a certain time. So if they read it at noon and then it's 5 o'clock p.m., I feel like they should have responded. I get that they could have forgotten, but still, I just want to get an answer. Next up is when people use you. Now, I haven't had this happen to me very often, but there are some times where it's just a friend comes up to you and is like, hey, can I copy off your homework? I will say no, and then they're like, oh, what do you mean? I thought we were friends. I'm like, wait, was our friendship really based on just doing favors for each other? Like, that doesn't seem like friendship. That just seems like you just want to be friends with me for your own personal gain. A good way to use friendships is to just like have someone to talk to and hang out with when you're bored and just like help each other. Like there's a difference between helping each other and then copying off someone's homework. Like you can help your friend find the answers in the textbook, but that's definitely different than just handing them your paper and letting them take a photo of it. Next up is when someone shifts the blame. Like something bad will happen in their life, and then they're like, oh, well, you distracted me with a text, so like it's totally your fault. So like here's an example. Let's say your friend got in a car accident and they were looking at their phone and you texted them. Now, you didn't know they were in the car and you didn't know what they were doing. But if you texted them and they were on their phone in the car, they were already on their phone in the car. They should have not been looking at that and gotten into a car accident. Like, that is not your fault. Honestly, if you just get a text, sometimes like some cars will have it where like Siri reads it out to you, and I'm like, okay, that's okay. But looking at your phone when you know you should be paying attention on the road, well, that is it for some more pet peeves that really, really annoy me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that some of you guys relate to this and just hate it. And if you have a pet peeve that I didn't mention in this video, please put it down in the comments. I would love to see some of your guys' pet peeves. And I hope you all have a good day and see you all next time. Bye.